I'm Richard Farmer. I'm a Deputy Team Manager in the Gateway West team, which is part of the Connected Lives Gateway service. I've been there nearly a year, since November 22. Before that I was with the Hertsmere Older Persons team since 2018, so about 5.5 years altogether with Herts County Council. So the ethos of the Connected Lives Gateway service is almost the entry to your journey with social services. So the idea is that we're trying to prevent and enable people needing ongoing commission services, so we explore different options and solutions in the community that are already set up. We're providing advice, information, linking people with services, connecting people with other teams. By having those conversations with them at the very start, we can understand what's important to them and what their strengths are, so we can capitalise on that, and then anything that might need addressing, we can then focus on that. But the whole idea is to try and prevent, enable, deter the need for services, but looking at creative and innovative ways to achieve those outcomes. We're really blessed to be part of Herts County Council. We've got an array of different ways of keeping in touch with people, ensuring that people are connected still, even though we're all working in different parts of the county. So we have laptops, phones, Microsoft Teams. We set up groups where we can write in questions and we're all linked into one another, so anyone can answer if they've got the answer. And we have set times to meet up with people as well to ensure that questions do get answered. We have an array of resources on the intranet, iLearns that we can all do remotely. In addition to that, there's an array of touchdowns across the county. So although they have to come centrally to a location, we can still meet up in different areas. An array of ways to meet up remotely and to connect. I'm originally from Hemel Hempstead, so I knew obviously of the service, but I worked here about 15 years ago through an agency as an admin, and I kept in touch with a lot of the people that worked here. They welcomed me, even though I was a temp worker, they welcomed me as part of the team. Felt valued, accepted, acknowledged, and then 10 years later after that, I was a qualified occupational therapist. Kept in touch with a lot of the colleagues from here who were still working at Herts County Council, so that sort of sung volumes to me that people were still being retained at Herts County Council after all that time. I can talk about my experience firstly. I was a neuro-occupational therapist before I came over here, so completely acute hospital based. Wanted to change for more flexibility with my family, had a young family. Come across, started off as an occupational therapist, progressed with support from the team to a senior occupational therapist, again through support of the team and the wider team to an advanced practitioner. And then with the confidence instilled from the senior managers, went for a deputy team manager role. And throughout my supervision, the practice development team have all encouraged us to keep progressing. You can see that more so as well, again, with the apprentices that we have for the occupational therapists and social workers, as well as the trusted assessor levels you can go for as well within the team. I suppose at heart I'm a rehabber. I want people to improve, and the idea of the Connected Lives Gateway service is that we're looking at ways to prevent people needing commission services or longer term services, or enabling a person to do more, to be more independent. And the way you can do that is so many different ways. You can be innovative. You talk to the person, find out what their occupations are, and then go from there. The world's your oyster as such. So that's why I enjoy working for this team. The values of Herts County Council is an acronym called RISE. The first, the R, is for improving residents' lives. And the way we do that is through a number of ways. When we assess people, we may do a functional assessment, so people think they may need care, but we look at their physical abilities and what they can and can't do for themselves, and think, well, how can we enable you to do that without needing someone else to do it for you? People want to be independent, so we've improved their lives that way. We act with integrity, so we say what we're going to do, and we follow it through, and if we can't for any reason, we're open and honest and act with clear communication. We act sustainably, so part of that we've already touched on is working remotely. So we're not using up and down the motorway constantly where we don't have to, because we can work from home where appropriate. We're online, so we're not using up all the paper and chopping down the trees. So where possible, we're acting sustainably as possible. We're a great service for acting with equity, equality, diversity and inclusion. We have champions within the team to promote that, to make sure that we're not being neglectful to that area. We highlight in our statistics where certain protected characteristics groups are being underrepresented, and we try and identify why that is and explore how we can improve that.